Hello everybody, welcome back to the Dark World. And with our new quarry, we're going to need some way to deal with this cobblestone that's coming in. We're going to get a lot of it, so the best thing to do is to compress it. And for that we're going to need a cyclic assembler, would be the best way to go. Cyclic, there we go. Alright, and so we're going to need tin gears, copper gears. I programmed the system now. This thing was in this one, which got blown up by the creeper as well. So we lost that. All the recipes in it as well. So we might as well just migrate it to here, I figure. So, get one, let's make another one. Actually, we need two. No, we don't. Start. And there we go. Need two of these. And we're also going to need the machine frame. We'll also make two of those, because we're going to need it for something else as well. Oh, we're on tin plates. I think I got some. Yeah, made some up. So there we go. Let's start that going. We're also going to need chest. I think we got some reception coil. Probably need two of those as well. Also make two. Okay, there's no reason to put them in my inventory, because we can just do that. Alright, so this thing needs power. And item input. I guess this back room here would be the place to put it out of the way. To our sawmill maybe. Access behind it, so alright. Now we're going to need to feed power to it. And, come on. Alright, so we're using enhanced energy conduit. So that. That should give it power that it needs. Good, good. We're going to need to put in now we're going to need input to it. Actually, what I'm going to do, I think what I want to do is make some more of these. Well, I'll have like 4 of them, I think. So if we're just up to quadruple compressed cobblestone, would be good. So I'll go ahead and make some more of these off camera, I think. I'm going to have to make some more plates and stuff, so I'll be right back. Alright, got the extra cyclic assemblers. And we'll just put them here like a little square thing. And we can use this throw back into the ME system. So I think we'll start with this one. This will be the first one it comes into. So we want to come in through the top, and we want to output it to the bottom. So it'll go into this one, take it from the top, and stick it off to the side. Which will feed this one. Input here, output up there. And then this one, take it from the bottom, and put into the ME interface. So we need some of these. These are schematics. We need 4 of them, 1 for each machine. So let's go ahead and craft some of those. Those aren't too bad. Just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll grab some cobblestone. Okay. Put one in there and set the recipe up like that. And then if you hold your mouse over this, you'll see that it's got the recipe. So we'll take 9 cobblestone and produce 1 compressed cobblestone. And so we just want to set up the rest of these the same sort of way, but we don't have the other stuff yet. All we got is this cobblestone, so we'll get that in a minute. Basically, next thing we want to do is have an export bus to export into here. So some cable, smart cable, one of those. Didn't know I had redneck cable in here. Bus, okay, yeah, we don't have anything. Not import bus, export bus. Export bus. Just looks like that. Alright. Maybe we should set up a recipe for that. You might find that useful again in the future, so piston, one of those. Formation core. One of those. Yeah, it's got to craft the logic processor for it. Come on. There we go. Now we can program the recipe. Put that in there. Now, type bus, we can just craft one. Okay, so we're actually going to need another cable, I think. One more smart cable. Like so. And one other thing we're going to need, but we'll set this up first. That's not going to work. I'm going to need some There we go. Put that there. Extend this over, and there we go. Yeah, not a lot of configurability for it yet, so so with export buses, these are going to show all the different cards that can take that the export bus can take. Fluid. Import-export bus is 2. Capacity. We're not interested in that. Crafting we don't care about. Fuzzy we don't care about. Redstone card. We want one of those. So that doesn't look too bad. So, can we just make it? No. We need the redstone torch, so we need 1 redstone. Give me a stick. There we go. Now we should be able to make it. There we go. And what this is going to let us do is be able to control this thing with whatever kind of signal we want. So active with signal. Next thing we do is provide a signal of some sort. To do that, we're going to want the level emitter. One of these guys. So we're going to need another torch, I guess. Calculation processor. Grab a stick. Redstone. Calc. Like so. Alright. So we can program this for cobblestone. We might want to put some capacity upgrades on this, but we're not going to worry about that yet. Now if I name this like, well, not like that. That's not going to quite work. Although we do have 1 cobblestone in there, it's interesting. This is going to provide a redstone signal to this block, the one where our head's in right now. And so we don't want it facing this way. What we want is to face it toward the bus, I think. I haven't used it in this newer version, the Applied Energy 6.2 yet, so if we do that, faces it that direction. So I think we need to have another piece of cable. Alright, so we got 1 channel being used right there. We place it like right here? No. Yeah, how this thing gets placed correctly is a little bit tricky, I guess. This lag makes it pretty annoying. I think we want maybe on this. No. Well, it's just painful. Alright, I think I'm just going to have to take this out for now to start with. Otherwise we're just never going to get it. There we go. That's how I want it. Oh, man. There we go. So this thing, we can set up with whatever we want. So we're going to put in cobblestone. I want to set this thing to... emit when levels are above or equal to limit. Okay, that's what we want. So, we want to have maybe 4,096 cobblestone in our system. That's too much. We don't really need that much. Let's go with like 512. Be better. Alright, so 512. When we have more than 512, then it'll send it over there to be compressed. And so we'll have at least 512 around at all times in case we need it to craft with or whatever. We need one more piece of cable to connect it all. Yeah, let's make smart cable. So put this here. And we get a signal. And it starts exporting. Exporting very slowly, so yeah, we definitely want to put some capacity upgrades in there, I think. Export. Capacity. And we can put up to 2, I guess. And that looks pretty easy, so let's do that. Don't have cards, do we? One of those. I wish this thing was a little bit faster on crafting these processors. Alright. Wait a minute, do we have a capacity card? We do have one. So we only need one. Alright. So if we stick this in here, it should be quite a bit faster. Come on. Not as fast as I was expecting, but yeah, you can only put 2, I guess, so oh well. And you can't put them in one, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, oh well. So that'll slowly make cobblestone for us, or compress the cobblestone. Next thing we need to do is program this, which we can do now. And you'll see that compresses over to here. These are double compressed. That'll produce triple compressed once it gets enough. I don't know if it's just because of my low frame rate that's going slow or what. There we go, I got one. This can be compressed down to quadruple. And that will output to there, and so after a while we should start seeing them appear in our ME system. So, we can go ahead and close this back up for now. There we go. Turn off the night vision. And yeah, we're not going to see it yet, I don't think. I think we had some in here already, so that's what these are. So that should take care of the cobblestone, hopefully, but it's kind of takes down kind of slow. So we're going to want to have some capacity. Stone you can't compress. Beeswax and stuff we can't really compress. And we're going to have a lot of these items. And when you have a lot of them, they'll like fill up one drive. And they'll fill up the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and so on. So you have a little bit of like smooth stone in all of these drives, which isn't very efficient. We should make a larger storage for it, which we can do. Make a 16, for example. Actually, yeah, I guess that's the highest we got. So let's make one of those. Just going to take quite a bit of resources because it's recursive in nature. It requires a bunch of these, 9 of these, 3 of these to make one of these. And it'll take a little while because it's going to need to craft all these engineering calculation processors and so forth. So we'll come back to that in a bit. If we're going to use it and we're going to start storing cobble, we're going to need to basically configure it to basically hold that. And we're going to need to move stuff around as well. And I'll explain what I mean by that in a minute here. I'll just find the items we need first. Should recognize it if I see it here somewhere. One of these, saw workbench. This isn't too hard. And the I/O port. For this we're going to need ME drives. And we have not in here. Yeah, we got one extra. And we got most of what we need for this. Make one of those. Oh, we only got one crafting CPU, so we can't actually do that right now. I guess we're going to have to wait for the storage cell to complete. Which it just did. Alright. Craft the second one of those. That back, we need one of these. Engineering. We need 2 of these. There we go. Alright. So we should be able to... Oh, not that. The cell workbench. There we go. This should all go upstairs. Where should we put it? Maybe right here for now. Now let's make a... Well, let's make this thing real quick. These cells should be done, yep. And the I/O port. And we need an engineering thing, don't we? Okay. Wait a minute, is this? Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't my crafting. Pattern crafter thing. Engineering, logic. One of those. And then that should be all that we need, and then we're going to need one of these next. Come on. There we go. One of those. There we go. Achievement, apparently. 16K. Quartz glass. Alright, 16K. Should make that bigger actually, but where do we put this thing? This needs to be on the network somewhere. Probably gonna want it here, I guess. Yeah, we should upgrade this thing. So 64. But, alright, we'll worry about that later. Right now, we need to hook this up to power, or connection, or whatever you want to say. Yeah, we'll do it right there. So we need a cable. Actually, I don't think it uses any power, but it needs a network connection. So what we can do is put this in here, right? Now we'll say we want to store cobble on here, right? And you can do that, but it's not really going to make any difference. It's weird that I put it in, but basically what we're doing is we're programming this thing for what it can accept and what it can't accept. So anything here is whitelisted, it'll be allowed to be on here, right? This thing we can take what's on the storage drive, it's nothing on it right now, empty it into the ME system elsewhere, and then it'll be empty when it's on this side. Or, so you just get the drive, so this is the network, we can turn this arrow around, and what it'll do is it'll pull everything from the system that can fit on here onto there. So we're basically transferring all the cobblestone from all the rest of these drives onto this drive. Right? Now if we look, we're not going to have any cobblestone in our system. We get the compressed stuff, but we don't have any regular cobblestone. But if we add this drive in here now, we'll see the cobblestone again. Which shows that that's where it's stored, is it must be on that drive, right? And there's only one type, because that's the only thing it can possibly accept. So, really we should probably set this a higher priority drive. So it'll try to come to here first before any of the other ones. So that's how these two things work. And you can program more than just one item. I only got one item, which is cobblestone on this one, but you could set it up with others, up to 64 different types on the cell, and you restrict it to just those things. I think you can change it to like blacklist and so forth, but I'm not sure exactly how to go about doing that. So that's how that works. So that's good. This will hold up a lot. I mean, we got about 19 1,000 cobblestone, and it's only taking up, about 2,000 of the storage out of 16, which is about 1/8 or so. This is only about 1/8 full, but it's got 19,000 cobblestone on it. Which is why I say it's probably not quite big enough still, because we're going to have quite a bit more cobblestone than that, potentially. On the other hand, we're compressing it, so it might not get that high normally. But if we got a quarry running, it's probably going to outstrip this thing. This thing doesn't seem to be pulling them in that fast. Cobblestone's going down kind of low. I don't know, maybe not. This is about how fast the quarry seems to pull in the cobblestone as well, it seemed like, so might be a good balance. So we might not need that much. Might get away with 16. I'll just leave it 16 for now, I think. We'll see what happens. Alright, next thing we want to do is deal with our string situation, which we don't have any string. Out of string again. So no more frame. So keeping up on top of these string demands is, I'm over here, breaking this stuff down often. Not all of it's grown yet even. So we need a better supply of string, I think. Let's grab all this real quick. And I think these guys are going to be my better source of string. You can take wool, you can pulverize it, and produce 4 string from each piece of wool. So, I don't want to have to go over there and shear the things all the time. So we'll get something that can automatically shear for us. And that's called the rancher. Looks like this. And I don't think we have everything we need for that. Need some tin gears. I should have all the tin set up already for us that we'll need. Alright, tin gear. Need some shears. Yeah, let's clear this out. Iron's right there. We're gonna need, I'm gonna make 2 of these, I think. So 4 shears. Coils, we got 2 of those. Machine frames, we got 1. Let's make another one. Gears, make 4 of these. And plastics, and a plastic pipe, which is made with 6 plastic sheets. Six, 7, 8. So we're gonna need 8 of them, I guess, altogether. So do that. So do that, 1 of those. And that should be everything now. Oh, 2 more. Alrighty. So these work a lot like the grinder. You kind of set it off to the side of it and it covers a 5x5 area. And it'll shear any sheep within that area. So 2 of these is going to cover that area we have for the sheep. So we're going to need to collect the wool. So we need some item conduit. It's going to need power. So we could use this probably. I'll have to look around and see where I'm going to hook the power up. I think it's going to be to where that pig stuff was. Our pig slaughtering facility there. That's where we had the nearest power set up. So I'll hook it all up into that. So I'll do that. I'll be back. Okay, I got these ranchers hooked up. They seem to be locked up. And I think I know why. I think it's required to eject items out the back. I've got the pipes hooked up to the bottom of this. And it can receive power. I mean, we got the power just fine from the bottom. But when it's trying to output items, I don't think it's going to work going out the bottom. So I think I'm going to have to rewire this to go out the back. We'll see if that fixes the problem. So I'll be right back. Alright, got it hooked up the back now. And we've got it set to extract always. And come over to this side and take a look. We said it's still locked. So it won't eject into an item conduit. So we're going to need to try something else. So I'll be right back. Alright, so here's what we're going to try next. The item buffer. This is from Ender.io. And made just like this. Like 2 of these. The nice thing about this is we can paint it. And if you follow my series, Material Energy Hypercubed, or if you're playing that yourself, then you'll know. Why do we get 3? Maybe that's a bug or something. But if you're playing that series, you know that there's secrets hidden all over the map, and it's these item buffers that he's using to hide them all. So let's bring this out. So that's what we want. What about this? Alright, and well, let's break this other one to Reddit. No, not right there. Right here. Come on, lag. You never want to work with me. Alright, and we'll put one of these here. If you guys would get out of the way. Like so. And it can hold 3 items, I guess. It's already holding items. We should be able to extract from that. So put that like that. Put that back here. And then we'll have to get to the underside to redo the wiring a little bit. So that's right over here. We got right there. And the other side is over here, but it's kind of hidden at the moment. We're gonna need oops. Nope. Don't want that. Get back in there. Okay, there it is. So, right here should be, yeah. Power we're going to have to carry over to right there. And this is accumulating stuff in here. That should be pulling it all out. But it's not. Which must need to something. Okay, I'm not exactly sure. Pull, push. Is there not a valid destination? Can we insert it into tesseract? Should be working. This is extremely interesting. I guess I'll work on troubleshooting this off camera. I'll be back and let you know what I found. Alright, so what I've determined is these item buffers, they're buggy. They do not work properly. It's part of Ender.io. The item conduit is part of Ender.io as well, but for some reason, no matter what, the item conduit will not pull out of the item buffer. Go figure. So we're going to put chests underneath the rancher. I think the rancher can output at any side, but the rancher cannot output into conduits. So we'll have the chest underneath it, which should receive the items. And extract always. This one will set extract always as well. Always active. I took all the wool out of the ME system. So if we get any wool in the ME system, then we'll know it's working. Because the only place it could have come from is the chest. So we'll see what happens. No wool yet. Might not have gotten it yet. Let me go check it all over real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, so this kind of proves my point. I put some barrels down here. They are going into the barrels. I did not put these wools in here, so the rancher is actually ejecting into the inventory below it. For some reason, these item conduits were not able to eject. I don't know if they're going to be able to eject from barrels. I don't know if it's because it can't open the chest or something, because the rancher being above the chest makes it so you can't open it yourself, and maybe it can't pull out of it if it can't open it. I don't know. So let's see if this can pull it out or not. Doesn't look like it. This is really strange. I don't know why we're having so much trouble with these item conduits. Because it should, if we click like on a node, or a node here, well, not like that, click like here. Conduit connection is up, this item will be inserted into tesseract. Distance 11, that's the tesseract over there, which goes into the ME system. But for some reason, it's not going. So let's go check the tesseract, I guess, real quick. Make sure it's set up correctly. Not sending items. Sending items, receiving energy. Okay, maybe that was the whole problem. Yep, they seem to be empty now. Okay, well, at least that gives you an idea of when things go wrong, how to go about troubleshooting, I guess. Um, you want to basically try to check things. If you're making assumptions about things like it can eject to any side, put something there and see if it will actually eject there. Make sure your assumptions are correct. And if they are, then look at what the next step would be. The next step would be the conduits extracting. But they won't extract if there's not a valid destination. And it seemed like there was a valid destination because it goes to the Tesseract, but the Tesseract won't accept it because it doesn't accept items. So, yeah. Then you go check the Tesseract and okay, there's the problem. So that's basically how you go about troubleshooting. So we should have wool showing up in the ME system now. We could probably put just a regular chest there again, but I think I'll just leave the barrels. $49 wool. Alright, so looks like it's working. So that's going to do it for this episode. I think we covered quite a bit. So if you enjoyed the episode, go ahead and leave a like. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.